I'm going to tell you right now of a collective which I'm representing called Ruang Rupa from Jakarta, Indonesia. Uh, the title of this presentation is When Spaces Become Form. Everyone knows, I think, where I hack it from. Uh, but actually, it's from our name itself. Ruang is space in Indonesian and Rupa is form. Uh, it was founded in 2000, and so this year is our 15th year, and then it turned out to be an important milestone for us because first we decided to count how many people are in the group, and then the count turned out into like 38 people. It was founded by 6 people, 6 artists. Right now, it consists of more than artists, and most of us actually are not traditionally trained as artists. It can be architects, designers, social studies historians, and such. Basically, this is us, and this is the family. This is our programs, more than 15. So in any given time, that's why 38, I think, also. Starting from New Media Art Festival Biennial into a gallery that we run. Art Lab is a studio that's the heart of the artistic practice of Ruang Rupa. 2 journals, 2 biennials for students, music festivals. Ruru Corps is an organization that's not only Ruang Rupa, but also Forum Lenteng from Jakarta, as well as Serum Studio, that do commercial stuff. That's like our way to fight for our own sustainability, as well as Ruru Shop and Ruru Radio. Ruru Kids, because after 15 years, most of us have kids, not including me. 2 weeks ago, we just had one more addition to our kids, the Ruru Kids, and all those kind of stuff. So before I was here, I flew from Surabaya, and I met this historian, Indonesian historian from, funnily, he is now residing in Canada. And after talking to him about Ruang Rupa, he was trying so hard to historicize us, which I still don't understand why he wants to do it, but I kind of understand why it's difficult. And then I think I'm going to show you why. So this is, up until now, our self-explanation. If you can see, it's kind of like absent. There's an absence of ideology there. There's just like what we are, how we come about, and what we do. And then because of this, I think, because of this deliberate choice of not putting ideology of why we're doing stuff, although there is, or there was, we can change positions easily. And I think that's why that historian has a lot of problems dealing with it. And I have a disclaimer to give, like every member of Ruang Rupa, if you ask them to answer the question of what Ruang Rupa is and how it's come about, will have different answers. So this is mine. As founded by 6 people, what we understand as space is different from what we understand right now. How we understood it is different with how we understand it right now. First is 6 people. We they made it. I'm not one of the founders. They made it for themselves, untalented artists. That's how they call it, because none of them can paint. In order for them to give like ability to show themselves, actually. So because at that moment, the art scene in Jakarta, especially, if not all in Indonesia, is run by because we don't have infrastructures, we don't have museums, we don't have strong museums, we don't have all those kind of stuff. So everything is private galleries. So there are no spaces for people like them, so they made it. And then after a while, from the 6 founders, 2 stays on, the 4 drop out. What's that? But we've, but what we, the networks grew. So there are more than the founders at that point. So in the mid-60s, it's like the space. What? There's something wrong with it. But anyway, the space, the space, and we understood the space differently. It becomes an enabler. A lot of like music scenes, not only visual art happen, political, some of us who studied politics in the university join and all those kind of stuff. And then from the, coincidentally, we also got invitations by international biennials. Like this one is Singapore, this one is Sao Paulo 2014, Singapore 2007, I think, or something. This one is APT in Brisbane, the last Asia Pacific Triennial. In all those stuff, we try to replicate ourselves in a scale. So our space, as before it was a space for us to where our activities take place, becomes like something we replicate somewhere else. And then to finish the talk, I just want to invite you to something that we are working on right now for next year. It's the next edition of Sonspec in Arnhem, the Netherlands. It's going to open June 4th. Why I'm telling you this is because last month we just opened our curatorial research method, so to say, is to open our branch. Right now it's bigger. It's not the scale of like the previous biennials. As artists, we were invited, so we make small-scale interventions in a given space. This is like we actively look for space, we open our branch. That's how we understood it. It's called Ruru Hayes. It's because it's in the Netherlands. And then we ask people to we ask people to come and give them their stories, and then it will generate actually our curatorial text and philosophy and direction and all those kind of stuff. So how we understand it right now is back to the title. We understand our work right now as the space itself, and that's the format, that's the medium, that is us. And then it can be fluid and hard to catch maybe a lot of times, but the space itself is what we have to offer. And yeah, this is just like something I talked about yesterday. Also, in the same kind of philosophy, reconsidering the space itself as something active and something valuable to share. Yep, just 2 more sentences. We're opening ourselves for participants, open calls, and through an open call, who wants to see us who wants to use us and our programs, so 15+ programs, as the resource for knowledge and what they want to do. So it's not an institute, school like. Not conventional school per se. We have no curriculum. We are not going to be syndicated. We're not going to give degrees. I think that's it. Thank you, Eduardo.
So, Farid, one of the centerpieces of the cultural policies that Podemos is trying to put forward is the idea of proliferation. Mm-hmm. That, you know, the political parties, institutions in general should just allow other forms, any form of culture, any form of art, to to proliferate. How do you feel about this idea? Do you think it's possible? Do you think that proliferation is one of the centerpieces of the work you do?
Yeah, thanks for. A couple of days ago, someone was talking to me about urban tribe, a phrase I never heard before, and then how this person explained it to me. It's like something that doesn't want to get bigger. One of the qualities of this one. And then my answer was like, then Ruang Rupa is not an urban tribe or trying to be one, because generally speaking, I think I can brag. In Indonesia sense, we're big and we want to get bigger. And then proliferation, we like collecting stuff and then be really, really aware of what is happening in the society, especially the urban society, urban context of Jakarta, is something that we've done since the beginning. The three key part of that question, to answer that question, is inclusivity. Because like, okay, you want to proliferate and then you want to have a lot of stuff going and all those kind of stuff, but like, which one we can, do we have control of those proliferation process? And I think we're really, really open for it up until now. And then to answer your question more directly, it happens and it helps to focus on the youth. Because they are like, like Joshua Wong yesterday, I think it's one of the example that I'm getting older. Ruang Rupa is getting older, and we have to, we have to acknowledge it. Those people see the world differently than us, and I think they're really, really refreshing to see. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you. Thank you for it.